What is up, JL Life? Model here. In today's video, we're going to be installing additional aux switches in Bromance, the Switch Pro SP9100 by Switch Pro. So I had previously installed the Mopar aux switches inside of Bromance. They're okay. They look nice. It's nice to have them. I have all my lights wired to them. I got 3 so far. I got my rock lights, my pod lights, and my trail lights, which are the lights that go right above my fenders. Of course, this is the main reason while I'm doing it, is the locker selection that Mopar has determined to be the best course of action. And of course, I can only do rear and front and rear. My intention with this is to be able to lock my front and rear separately, independently, and to avoid the entire CPU inside of my JL. But we'll get into the lockers in another video. This is just going to be showing how to install this guy. So the end result of where this is going to be sitting is going to be right underneath my pillar, my A-pillar grab handle. There are a couple of other options out there. However, this is the one I'm going with. So here's everything you're going to need for the kit. This half is actually sold separately from that half. That is the switch kit itself. This is the JL JT mounting kit. First step is going to be taking the JL mounting bracket, which is this angle, this 45-degree angle one. You're going to get the power brick from the Switch Pro. Some bolts. Slide it in. So you line it up like that. And you can rotate it. You shift it as needed. Like that. Second step, so we're going to be mounting this right into this spot. You have a body bolt right here. We're going to take that out. Oh Lord, he's going to be loud. You remove that. And as you can see, I already have, like I said, the Mopar aux switches in there. So it's kind of cluttered, not a big deal. This will slide right over it. Go on there, and there's actually another bolt included with the kit that holds it here, so it holds it nice and tight like. I apologize for the noise, but my neighbor thinks it's necessary to use the leaf blower right now. I swear, my neighbors are gonna make me straight pipe the J10. The next thing we're gonna do is run our communication wire through the firewall. The pigtail side will plug in to the dashboard. We're gonna run this wire along the back, and we will be going in to this firewall plug right there. We're just going to drill a hole in that real quick and easy. So you can get a flashlight on it. So you can see the fire hole. Again, it's not too far down. If you don't have the catch can in the way, it makes it a hell of a lot easier. But I'm just going to slide the thin side through it. So this is going to be getting, I'm just going to tape it along my other wires along the back and bring it to the power box. So the important thing is, when you are running this, there's no one way to do this. Just make sure it's not touching anything that moves or anything that overheats. That's the only real thing you got to worry about. You can actually run it behind this little plastic cowl protector. It's a real pain in the butt to undo. I gotta also undo a bunch of other wires if I go that route, which I'm not. But we'll make it look nice. But I'm just wiring it up from behind the catch can. So there's the other end of the pigtail. We have it running through the firewall. Up there. So the next thing we need to do is route it to here. So in order to do that, we're going to have to remove that grab handle. It should just peel straight off and down. There's two 10mm bolts, and we'll have to pull those out. Extension, much better. So from tightening it like an idiot. After removing both bolts, this should pop out. Another thing we're going to need to do real quick is pop the tweeter speaker off. Screwdriver. Flathead screwdriver. Pry up underneath. Careful not to damage anything. And pull it out. Pull that. Handle comes out. And we can move to the next. So on your A-pillar on the bottom, it's connected to the A-pillar, the little cap. We're just gonna pull that out. Not much to it. And we're gonna drill a 5/8 hole right there. Easy stuff. Again, there's quite literally nothing to this. Take your hole punch just in the center. Nowhere too particular. I mean, you don't need to use a punch. You can just mark it with a screwdriver, step bit. Okay, next. And there's our new hole. Next thing we're gonna do is get our mounting bracket, the switches. You got 4 tiny little guys. You're going to mount this to the back and put all 4 bolts in. Get them all started. Need my standard. So it was a 3/32. All right, so what I ended up doing was popping off this little end cap. It was just a screwdriver. As you can see, it's just the little retainer clips. Pop that right off. I'm going to run the pigtail communication line back behind here and up and back behind here until it's popping out right here. Yeah, so as I mentioned, I had extra. I looped it behind here. And as you can see, looped it behind the door wiring harness. Made sure it's not being pinched. that back in. So in your JL kit, your JLJT, you got a really long Allen key bolt and a really long spacer. The spacer is going to help secure it from behind. You're going to replace the factory bolt with this one, the spacer. So now we're going to kind of pre-assemble. The big spacer is going to go on the outside the bolt. So before you button all this down, you're going to get your bracket, thread the bolt through like this.
So real quick, I need to talk about this cover that is provided in the kit. This is a 3D printed piece of plastic. Now the tabs on the end that help hold it to the A-pillar are not very robust, and if you are not careful, you will break one of them and it will not seat fully in. I broke mine and I had to use quite a bit of JB Weld to repair it, so just be careful.
Through the spacer, pigtail through the hole. Connect them before you button it all up. No, come back. Just make sure, however you run the wire behind, it's not getting pinched. There we go. Tighten. Now that we got this all buttoned up, we just need to go and do the wiring back under the hood. We'll be done. All right, so it's all wired up except for these two additional wires. I'll look into that later, but right now it functions. I ran my piggyback into the F52, which is the cigarette lighter. Ran the power straight to the power terminal on the battery. The black little negative line, I ran to the negative terminal per the instructions, and I just fold all the other wires out of the way. So if everything I did is correct, it will not work unless the Jeep is started. So let's find out. All right, nothing's working. Start the engine. And, oh, there it is. Booyah. Also included with the kit are all these different stickers to name all the different accessories you can run to your Switch Pros. Now, what I had an issue with is that there was only 3 of the blank black ones. Now, granted, I've had to work around this. So when I first installed this, I didn't put any of the decals on because I didn't have anything hooked up to them. Well, I was driving at night and holy crap, this blinded the hell out of me. It was like shining a flashlight straight in my face. So you need to cover these so you're not getting blinded driving. This is a super smart system. You can actually change the color through an app. Make this all kinds of different colors to match the interior accents of your Jeep. The only thing I would have wished is that it came with 8 blanks, just so you can start them all. So all of them can be covered and you don't have to put on or commit to a location that you're not quite ready for, because you can't really reuse these. Once you peel them off, they don't stick well. So this system is really smart. It doesn't use relays. It doesn't use fuses. It all houses inside of that power brick I showed you guys earlier. So you because there's no fuses, you don't have blown fuses. Because there's no relays, you don't have relays tripping. However, if it does need to shut off, it will shut off. It's smart like that. I've had them inside of my Jeep for about 3 months now. They've been working great. As you guys saw, I have my amp for my stereo hooked up to it, my compressor, my lockers, and I have 4 empty. And we'll just continue to use it. But so far, loving it. It's a great system. There's a lot more features about this thing that I'm not taking advantage of. And again, it's very complicated. Yeah, I'm sure someone's out there. It's not that complicated. Okay, you don't gotta flex on me, bro. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are looking for aux switches, here is an excellent option. From what they've also released at SEMA this last year. They got a 12-button one now. But anyways, you guys, thanks so much for watching. I always appreciate it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned for the next. Y'all, keep it easy.